YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 23 video, I'm going to break down the new lockdown defense that I've been using to win games. You can stop the run, stop the pass, and get pressure all at the same time. Now, I use the 4-6 playbook on defense. That's what I like because it has dollar, dime, nickel, 3-3 club, everything you really need. But we're going to be looking at a very unique setup out of the $3-2 in this video. So you might have seen me run this defense in the last video I posted. I've been running dollar all year, but I have a new setup and it is lockdown, and we're going to go over it in this video. So the first thing you want to do is go to your coaching adjustments. You're going to turn auto flip on, auto alignment on base. You can leave your zone drops on default. You know, we will mix them up here and there, but at the beginning of the game, we're going to put them on default. Now, what you're going to want to do, because this is going to be a strictly zone coverage, is going to go in your substitutions at the play call screen and just sub all the players you want in and out. Basically, your sub linebackers, your slot corners, your safeties, and your two outside corners. Make sure you sub them out and then put them back in, just because if you don't do that, the package we use will actually take some of them out, and you won't have the right people in the game. So it's actually very important that you do this. So you guys can see I'm just going quickly, subbing my starters out, and then I'm literally just putting them right back in, because when we're going to use the safeties package in a second here, as you guys see, I'm going to click the right stick. You guys can see that that's going to pull up the safeties package. We want to do that just to make sure that all of our players are still in the game, right? So now that I've got that taken care of, and you also could even do that with your D-line too, just to be safe, because I actually noticed one of my D-linemen just went out, Sam Hubbard. So we're going to make sure we do that, get our safeties package in. We're going to call the DB Fire 2. Now, the reason why I'm using this specific package is because it is going to allow me to get different assignments. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down my setup to get pressure, stop the run, stop the pass. I'm going to show you guys my different adjustments I use to stop the run and the pass and get pressure. I'll show you a few different setups, so make sure you stay tuned throughout this entire video so you don't miss out on any important info. If you like content like this, smash that like button, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. So first things first is we're going to press our coverage. That's triangle or Y and down on the left stick. Simply going to move our DBs up into the box, the outside corners and the slots. Then we're going to take the two safeties, individually move them down about 3 to 4 yards. Right? The reason why we do this is simple. First is if they run the ball, bringing them up is going to help against the run, as we'll show. But secondly, a lot of times this year, people, especially for basically like seam throws from compressed sets, they'll quick throw streaks down the middle. If you keep them backed up at their normal distance, that's going to be a free throw. So we're going to move them down individually, and as I move them down, what I'm doing to make this setup really fast is I'm also changing their assignment. That's the reason why we use the safeties package, is so that we can change their assignments. So as I'm bringing, say, the left one down, I'm also hitting the playmaker button and flicking left on the left stick. As you guys can see, that pulls up the menu. It's that outside third to the left, right? All right, then the same thing on the one on the right. As I move them down, I'm also pressing X and I'm clicking left on the right stick to put them in the outside third to the right. Now, the reason why I do this is these outside third deep zones you get with the safeties package, they basically allow you guys to get very good sideline coverage. So, one of the more popular plays this year is plays with deep corners like PA shot seams. This will actually stop that super deep corner route. The thing is when you do this, it does leave the middle of the field vulnerable. So what I'd recommend doing then is taking your right sub linebacker, right of screen, and putting him in the middle third. This middle third assignment, as it's just up on the left stick, it's going to lock down the middle of the field. Now, for whatever reason, it's not showing me in the middle third. There we go. He's in the middle third now. So this is how it's going to look. The last thing you're going to do is use this other sub linebacker, and I like to stand over the guard, right? Now, with this setup, you're going to get two guys off the edge. You're going to look to cover the short middle. Now, you definitely can go ahead and zone drop your flats if you need to. You could put them at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, whatever you want to do. But because I know that these outside thirds cover the deep corners really well, normally I just like keeping them on default. Unless someone's doing something crazy, then I might change it up. But by keeping them on default, I get them at about that 10, 15-ish yard depth by default. And if I shade down, that'll play a hard flat, so I can just take away the quick 0 to 5 yard passes. And, if I can shade up, they'll be in clouds back 10, 15 yard depth. So with this, what I'm going to look to do is cover the middle of the field. Now, as far as abilities go, if you're in a mode that allows abilities, I would recommend that basically your two safeties have the deep out zone knockout. I would also have the deep out zone knockout on your two outside corners, and then either a flat or mid zone KO if you want. You guys can see I got the new DJ Turner. He can get pick artist, flat zone KO, and deep out zone KO for 1 AP. Dion, he can get pick artist, deep out zone KO, mid zone KO, again for 1 AP. And with Chad Johnson and Joey Porter, they can get pick artist and universal coverage, which gives you every knockout for 2 AP. So that's really, really good. The sub linebacker you don't use her, I would put him as a mid zone KO, because then you could have him like in little hook zones, mid reads, deep zones, all because they're inside the numbers. It could activate, and you're just going to use her in the middle of the field. So let's look at how this works. Let's first just look at how the pressure works. So if they don't block anybody, you're going to end up getting 2 people off that edge, as you guys can see here, really fast. Looking to become a better Madden player and win more games? Check out sportsgamers.com. I built sportsgamers.com from the ground up to give you the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks, all at the best price, bar none. We have a VIP membership that gives you access to the entire site, every ebook and every tip we release all year long for only $24.99. Click the link in the description. I've also pinned it in the comments, and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. Now, the great thing about this blitz is even if they do block somebody, the heat's still going to come in. So again, we press our coverage, slide this guy up in the box, put him in the third, slide this guy up, put him in the third, put this guy in the middle third, and you're set up. So you guys can see that setup is super fast. Then we just use this guy right here. As you guys can see, the pressure screams. You just cover the short middle. Now, I'm going to block the running back in a second, but quickly there, I just want to show you guys how good this coverage is. So here, this is a bench concept, and I will show you guys more concepts throughout this video. I'll show you the deep corner, I'll show you how to stop seams, I'll show you everything. But this is just quickly looking at bench, because a lot of people run bench, 2 flats, 2 corners. So, you guys can see, the flat zones, they're going to take away the quick outs, right? Now, the thirds, by the safeties that we moved in the box, you guys can see, they take away the deep corners. Then no one's on a seam here, but we have 14 down the middle of the field in case there was a seam pass. And I'm just covering that short middle myself. So say that they put someone on a slant, a drag, a post, the running back out of the backfield. That's me. 2 people off the edge. You're going to get sacked. Now let's show how this will work against a blocked running back. We went bunch. We're going to keep the running back in. This is just a really good coverage because once again, you're going to see that the sidelines are covered, the seam is covered, the flats are covered, and we can use the short middle. And once again, you guys can see, we're going to get pressure even with the running back blocked. So let's take a look at how this works again, because I have to use the short middle, keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and use the short middle. Watch how this coverage works. Really, really good coverage. As you guys can see here, everything is pretty much locked up. And even with the running back blocked, we still get 2 people free. So, one's going to get the sack really fast. You guys can see here, look. The running back, he's missing his man. And then, Randy Moss on the other side is going to come free. But the tight end actually tried to block him instead of going out on a route. That's really strange. But again, look, you guys see he's covered. I'm covering the drag, and you guys can see the post. We got a guy in the middle of the field waiting for the post, and then I'm going back to the tight end. Now, if they try to change up their route combo, say, they went to something like this where they had a seam streak or something like that, then the drag, and then, something like this where they have multiple guys over the middle, it's still going to get covered pretty well. Once again, because we have the seams guarded, you'll notice that they cannot throw those quick seam passes, right? Your job as the user is to take away the short middle. The seam is covered by the safety. So once again here, we see someone going over the short middle, we cover that. So guys, the other play a lot of people run that's really hard to stop is the PA shot seams. So I wanted to show you guys how this will stop the deep corner route and also the seams as well, to give you guys a really good idea of how good this coverage is. So again, our same setup, we bring the safeties in the box, we put the safeties in the outside thirds, we put this guy into the middle third, we use the short middle. Now, here, I'm going to show you how this coverage works against this, then I'm going to show you a coverage variation, and then I'm going to show you guys how to stop the run. If you guys like this defense, make sure you check out sportsgamers.com. I actually recently posted my full defensive scheme. I have many more setups and adjustments past what I'm showing you guys in this video on the site. This is just a free preview for my YouTube members. But if you want the full scheme, check out sportsgamers.com. So let's take a look at how it works here. Again, this is the same coverage, the same exact coverage. Now, what someone might try to do is something like this, where they, they do a little slant combo over the middle, hit you with that slant seam with a deep corner. So you guys will see, take a look, we're just going to guard that slant, and everything once again is boxed. So if you take a look at the replay, you'll notice that, again, because we put our safety into that middle third, he's going to take away the seam. The safeties are going to take away the deep sidelines. Again, look, you can see even the super deep corner is covered perfectly by the outside third. The flat corner, whatever they try to do, is covered by the flat zone. And I'm just going to guard that slant over the middle. So one additional cover adjustment you can make is basically the same setup, but instead of putting this sub linebacker in the middle third, put him in a mid read. Now, the reason you'd want to do this is sometimes the people want to attack you with posts and slants, and they don't really have a seam route or a streak down the seam. This middle third does a great job of stopping the seams for quick throws on streaks and just streaks down the middle and even deep posts down the middle. But if someone's not attacking the deep middle, it's only running like quick slants or quick posts, the deep third won't, or the middle third won't really do much. But if you put him in a mid read, he's going to do a great job of defending these types of routes. So a mid read will help on the post, help on the slants, but it will leave the seam open. So if you make this adjustment and you do see someone running like a seam streak, you would have to use that. Otherwise, it would be wide open for a one-play touchdown. But if someone's doing something like this, like a post slant, this adjustment will help a lot. So I'm actually going to show this here. You're going to see that this adjustment actually will make a big difference. Because a lot of times someone will do a post and then do like a motion slant combo with it. So something like this, right? And, you guys can see that actually does a really good job of defending that. Only does it come open super late in the play. Super late. But right away, initially, that's guarded really, really well. So you guys can see here, the post is guarded, and I guard the slant. And, by the time it starts to come open, like right here, the quarterback's already getting sacked. You guys can see he's already getting sacked at this point. So at this point, it doesn't even matter. But once again, I want you guys to see how well this deep corner route is guarded. It's actually really, really good coverage. So that is really, really nice. Now, the last thing I did want to point out is the whole importance of bringing up these safeties into the box. When you bring them up into the box, this run D is way better. Now, if someone's just pounding the ball relentlessly, the other thing you'd want to do is go ahead and pinch your line too. But when you just move them up in the box, you're doing yourself a favor because they're going to be a lot better run support. If you leave them back like this, not only, like I said, can they quick throw the seams, but then there's just too many lanes to get blocks for big runs. But when you move them in the box, those lanes aren't really there anymore. And now, you're going to be a lot better in your run defense. As you guys can see here, there was really nowhere to go. So those two adjustments really do help against the run. There's other things you can do too. And like I said, if you want the full scheme for run stopping and coverage adjustments and blitz setups, there's way more. Check out sportsgamers.com. Become a VIP member. Link is in the comments and the descriptions. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.